Okay, well, welcome back everybody. I've just been talking to you this whole time and didn't realize I still had it on unlisted. So, sorry about that. Actually, hi Scott. Thanks for being patient, buddy. Actually, since I had to start a new one, give me just a second. And now I don't know how to do it. Let me figure this out. Should not have to do this after I'm live. I had everything set up, but I had it on unlisted. So I'm just talking away to myself and, you know, technical difficulties. You knew it was going to happen, right? Maybe you can't do it once you've started. Yeah, no, I'm just, you know, an idiot. It happens. Well, I'm just clicking away here and nothing is happening. So, oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, not really sure how to do all this yet. So I'm still new. Still new. And I never can remember how to do it on here. One moment, please. I should not be doing this live, but it is what it is, right? Okay. Because you have to set this up every time, when I changed it and when I made a new one, it reset everything again. I don't know why you can't just leave it. There we go. Okay. And save. All right. We should be good to go now. Maybe. I don't know. I know I got all the lights on. I was just talking away to myself. So I'll kind of start over. Yes. Okay. I do know how to do this. See? Hi, Scott. Brady, you had me worried. No, your mother's just, senile, you know, is what it is. And Uncle G, hey, thanks for coming in. Glad to see you got everything working. I know you're gaming, so thank you for stopping by. And there's Susan. Hey, Sly, what's clucking chicken? Yeah, well, I'm seriously late because I was just going on and like halfway through my whole backpack thing, and I started getting text messages asking if I was all right, and I'm like, well, of course I'm all right. I'm live. To myself. Yeah, well, it happens, you know. Hi, Randy. So let me turn this off. Okay, it's distracting. So anyway, everybody knows that I'm like the backpack queen, camera bag queen, right? And I got a really good deal on a new backpack, and it's one that everybody raves about. Everybody's been talking about the PG Tech OneMo Go, I think was the original, and they made a smaller version. It's called the OneMo Go Lite, and you know I'm all about light and packability, and you know, and the this has been my favorite camera bag for about a year, right? I love this thing, but because it is about a year old, it is starting to show signs of, like, the material's not wearing or anything like that. It's just starting to look not new, kind of a little frumpy, right? So, but this thing is always in my truck. It's pretty much always with me. It's either in the back seat or the front seat or the floorboard, or but it's always pretty much in my truck. So I saw on Facebook Marketplace this OneMo Go Lite, okay? And I thought, well, everybody raves about the OneMo Go, so this is the newer version, and it is a little bit smaller. I believe the OneMo Go is 25 liters and this one's 22 liters. So, but if you look at the size difference, which you can't really compare, excuse me, until you have them in your hands. And you can see, if I can get them up high enough, the One More Go Light is considerably bigger than the Vanguard. But I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys and see if you guys think this bag is about $50 more than what the Vanguard is. Is it worth $50 more? It does have some really cool features, but I just kind of wanted to do a little comparison. You've seen my Vanguard bag before. I did clean it out for tonight, yeah, so I wouldn't drop things on myself. Yay me. And I haven't put anything, I mean, I've tested it out, but I haven't actually used this one yet. So see, it still has the tags on it there. Yeah. But it does have some really, really cool things about it that the Vanguard doesn't, and it will hold a lot more gear. But I think it's for a really big camera, like maybe the Blackmagic, what they call that, the cinema camera or something, the really big one. It even swamps my 80D, which I consider a big body camera. So, yeah, it's, let's see who's in here. Randy saying hello. I'm sorry about your mom. That's never an easy thing, dude. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. And there's Lewis. Yay, we're here. Yay. Yes, finally. Sorry about that. I don't know if you caught I was talking to myself for about 6 or 7 minutes. Didn't realize I was unlisted. Yeah, it happens. Your video from yesterday, this is Scott. Your video from yesterday made me think I can almost hear your neighbor saying Sly's in her front yard again, but this time she's walking backwards, talking to herself. Yes, right? And believe me, I had an audience. I always have an audience. And I did that 3 times because I did the iPhone mic and then the Yolandi and then the no name knockoff mic. And so I'm doing this 3 times, you know, and yes, I talk with my hands, and so I don't know that I could do it if I put my hands together, and yeah. So, but thank you for watching, Scott. And there's Dr. Charles. Hi, Sly. Hey, buddy. Glad you came in. And Lewis says, how's the backpack life, Sly? You got a list of daily essentials or everything, everyday carry? I'm curious. Yes, I do. And I take way more gear than what I probably need, but you never know what you're going to run into or what's going to happen or when you're just going to have the urge to take a video, right? So, yes, I carry a couple of cameras and, well, 4 cameras usually. Because you just don't know. You don't know what life's going to throw at you, right? And Lewis says, ooh, it looks nice. Mr. Camera Junkie, Lewis, hi. Have I got questions for you, big guy? So, I worked on trying to get a headset into, I don't know what I did with it. Okay, so I got this headset, right? It's by me, and so I could monitor my volume and audio without having to do a practice, like a practice live stream. And when I plugged it into the ATEM, everything worked. The headset worked, but it took out all the cameras. Yeah, so I decided it was better to have the cameras than it was to hear myself. In fact, y'all didn't tell me. I'm probably blasting you out there. So I had to unplug it, undo everything I did, and reset everything, computer, ATEM, everything, and then everything's working again. But how do you get headphones to work? if you have a magic solution, I would really like to know about it. And Lewis says, wow, your hair is beautiful. Yeah, I get a haircut about once every 2 years. And I was getting, because I hack on it myself, but I can't do the back. And so I was getting a mullet. Yeah, so something had to be done. So apparently I had not hacked evenly, and so she had to cut it just a little bit shorter than what I would have liked, but in a month or two it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. And Uncle G says, can confirm she has way more than she needs, but she is always prepared for all situations. Like a good Girl Scout. I think, is that a Girl Scout? I don't know. I was never a Girl Scout. So I don't really know. But, so, I want to kind of show you a little comparison thing so you have a basis, okay? Yeah, I know you've seen this before, but just bear with. Okay, so if I can get it in the camera. Okay, so this is the Vanguard. Now, because I have all my cameras attached right now, I don't have it, you know, the camera's in here, but the two M6s go on the side, the microphones and stuff go up here, and action camera, extra batteries, lights. I'm trying to think what else goes in here. And so this is for my little M6s. This is pretty close to being the perfect size. Okay. Now, I guess a lot of you guys carry laptops, and as you can see, this will only hold like a tablet. This will not actually hold a big laptop. So there is that. But I don't even have a laptop. So that's really not a consideration for me. Okay, so now let me show you how big this thing is. You can tell just by the way I set it down, it's ginormous. But I do like the fact that it opens all the way up. All the way up. And this thing is so deep that I can take my M6s and turn them on their side. And so there's a lot more room that you can get in here. I mean, this thing is, it might actually rival the Hex, which is what I call a destination bag. But, and I do love this. It also has this really cool little feature, if I can get it in the, see that white thing down there? That's actually a little pocket for an AirTag. So you can slide an AirTag up in there, and if somebody takes off with your bag, I guess you can track them down. I don't know. That would be my first instinct, would be to track somebody down, but on second thought, they might actually harm me if I tried to steal it back from them. So I don't know if at least I'd know where it was, right? But this one does have some cool features. I do have a gimbal, and apparently I'm hitting my mouse because it's going all over the place. I don't know what that's about. Quit that. So this front pocket will hold. It was unzipped. Okay, it will hold. It's actually kind of an admin pouch a little bit. I mean, it's got this mesh pocket up here, but it will hold a gimbal. At least they say it will. I haven't actually tried mine because I haven't had this but 2 days. So the area down here is really cavernous, and this is cavernous, but right across here, it's really tight. So anything that you put in there that's long, it's going to hold it in place. It does come with some straps. So it's got these cute little things down here. You can put a strap crissy-crossy if you wanted to put a jacket or something on there. It does have the side pocket for either a water bottle or a tripod. Okay. Now, there they went. Okay. I don't really use the side access feature. I'm I'm one of those, like a little kid. I want to see everything I have at once. So I don't really use the side access, but apparently that's kind of popular with people. This side access is ginormous. Look how big that thing is. It's like half the bag. Cavernous, right? I don't know anybody that has a camera that big. Maybe a drone or something, I don't know. But one cool thing is, if I can get a picture of it. Okay, so inside this is the pouch for the door, I guess, for the side access. It has this little zippered area, and you can put your batteries in here, and it has these battery indicators, right? So if your battery is depleted, that's just too cool, right? You know, I just like nerdy stuff. Okay. It also, if you're worried about theft, it has these little, I don't know if you can see those, these little bitty loops, and you can stick this thing through the loop, and then they can't open the zipper. So that is kind of cool. And then this up here is really what they call the admin pouch, which it's got places for like cables and stuff, and a pen, or, you know, just little small stuff. Just kind of a little hidey hole. It doesn't have the hidden compartments like the Vanguard does, but and it does feel, it feels really good. The show you the backs here. Maybe I should do it on this other camera. Sorry I'm being so noisy. Okay, so I think you can get a better shot of the back. Okay. So one thing I do want to point out is, now both these bags are not huge, okay? This bag, the straps attach to the bag itself, not this part, which would carry the weight on the zipper. This bag, they attach to the actual part that opens. The zipper's up here. So if you were to put a lot of weight on that, you could potentially, over time, I think, wear out the zipper, because the zipper's carrying all that weight. Now, this is better than some of the bags I've seen. When you actually pull down on this, it really doesn't put a lot of stress on the zipper. And speaking of zippers, they are YKK, in case anybody is interested. And they're kind of that weather, that self-sealing. So they're not weatherproof, weather resistant, okay? They will stop some water from getting in, which is kind of cool that they put those on there. But, and this thing has got so many carry handles. You can carry it vertically, you can carry it like a briefcase, horizontally, and if you want to, you can carry it upside down. What this is actually for, they say it's a handle, but it will fit over the, like your trolleys. If you're in an airport, you can put it over your luggage. So that is really nice. And it comes with a chest strap, which the Vanguard does not. One thing that I am not thrilled with is the straps on the Vanguard. I don't know if you can see this in the picture, but they are not, they're the perfect thickness, okay? If you notice, these are a little bit thicker. So on somebody like myself, the straps are actually almost too thick to be comfortable. I much prefer the straps on the Vanguard, but let's see what, I've got some people trying to get my attention, so let's see why. Lewis says, this happened after you plugged in headphones. Yes. I plugged in I actually have it packed up now, but I plugged in a audio extractor into the HDMI port of the ATEM Mini, and then plugged the headphones into the audio extractor because the ATEM doesn't have a 3.5 millimeter out. It has one in for the microphone, but it doesn't have one out. So yes, and it ensued panic, let me tell you. Sly, it is saying still subscribers only can chat. Yes. Yes, that's to keep out the unwanted traffic. You see? Yeah, Rainy's explaining it. It's to keep robocalls from exploiting the stream. It's okay to subscribe, it'll help. Susan, you already are subscribed, so you're fine. And she's saying, thank you, Randy. And Peter says, it's supposed to be in subscriber only mode, but anyone can subscribe on the spot lickety split. Yes. So it was, everything was set up, and because I was talking to myself, basically, unsubscribed, or what do you call it? Not private, I don't know, whatever that middle one is. I had to reset everything and start from scratch, so it's okay. Sly, is it okay for your back? The straps are just a little bit wide on me. Now remember, I'm short and I'm not very big, okay? So like my son, who is 6 feet tall and has, you know, shoulders this wide, the straps probably wouldn't bother him at all. So take that into consideration. You know, if you're not a shrimp, the straps are probably fine. The Vanguard straps just fit my shoulders better. So it's all good. And Randy's giving a thumbs up. Susan says, thank you, Peter. How are you? Proud of your weight loss. Yep, Peter's done really good. And Peter's talking back to Susan, saying, thanks, Susan, I'm good. And Lewis says, Sly, are you happy today? I am. I am very happy today. It has been a good day. I have been selling things on Facebook Marketplace, and I actually sold a camera today, and so I was very happy about that. I'm buying a microphone tomorrow, so you know it's just never ending. It's an expensive hobby. What can I say? And Lewis says, thanks, but we need to get on a call together to troubleshoot. Yes, I think we do. There has to be a way to put headphones on the A10 Mini. Now, there's no jack, okay, but, and I know, what is that guy's name? Aaron, I call him Aaron Persnickety, but that's not his last name. It starts with a P. Super, super nice guy. And I can't pronounce his last name, so I just call him Persnickety. But he was reviewing an ATEM. It was not the entry level. It was one of the higher ones up. And I think they now have, on that model, they now have a headphone jack. But this one does not. And apparently it was because I plugged something into the HDMI out. And it did not like that. Let me tell you, it did not like that. So, you know, it was like maybe it was about 8 o'clock, and I was getting ready to turn everything on, and of course Amazon ran late, so I didn't get them until late. And so I'm trying them out, and boom, blew up everything. So it's all good. It's all good. Lewis says, thanks for streaming today, Sly. I was about to go to sleep. Oh no. Okay, so that is one question that I wanted to ask you guys. I know 11 o'clock is reasonably late, and I started at 11 because I was very nervous about this and I didn't know how it would go. And so I thought most people would be asleep by now. I knew I would pick up some West Coasters because it's only like 9 o'clock there, but I figured you East Coasters, you'd have to be really dedicated to stay up till midnight, right? Would you all like me to make it earlier? You know, we're kind of a small group, so and I'm pretty open. I don't want to tread on Peter, okay? So I could do like a 7 o'clock. What would that be? That would be, yes, that would be 2 hours before Peter. Or I could do a different night. So let me know what your all thoughts are. If this works, I mean, it works for me, but if you guys are having a hard time staying up, and I do have a lot of older friends that say 11 o'clock is just too late. So, you know, I'm here for you guys. So if this is too late, let me know, and I will try to, you know, find another time slot that's a little earlier. Lewis says, we dedicated. Thank you, Sly. Even if it's after Peter is okay. So the reason I did 11 was sometimes Peter goes over his hour, because he goes down rabbit holes. And so I thought, well, if I go at 11, that gives him plenty of time. Plus, it gives you guys time to get something to eat, go to the bathroom, you know, whatever you need to do. So, but if it's too long of a time, I could do 10:30. You know, I mean, I'm really open to suggestions, because I'm not set in my ways, as they say. Let's see. And Randy says 7 p.m. is fine. That would work better for you, because I know a lot of, you know, 11 for a lot of normal people is kind of late. And a lot of my friends like to go to bed around 8, I think. Yeah. I'm one foot out of the old folks home. After or before Peter is okay, but whatever works for you. But I like Friday. That's all we hear now. Yes. So I like Fridays too. I don't know, it just feels right to do it on Friday. The time slot, you know, I'm not set in stone on 11. Scott says 45 minutes earlier or an hour would be better, but right, don't want to cut into Chef Peter's performance, right? So, so maybe 7. Yeah, but Peter is very gracious about the time, so we end up waiting for an hour for slice. Yes. He has been, since he knows I'm going on at 11, he has been really watching his time, and he hasn't been going over. I think the first night, he tried to stretch it out and make it 2 hours so it could segue into mine. But 2 hours may be a little bit too long. So, and it may be, you know, since it is just us, it may be that I just say, because I always watch his show, and I think 7 might be okay, because I feel like, because I'm setting up while Peter's on, and so I don't get to watch his show anymore. I get to listen to it, you know, but it's kind of not the same. So so I can either segue right after him and just start whenever he stops, or I could do it before his, and then you would have to wait for him. So I'm easy. And Peter says, I have no problem tossing the baton at my 11 p.m. I'll just behave. I do not want to stifle. Okay, so most nights you do pretty good keeping it to an hour, but hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes is not uncommon. So I could just segue after you, or have a set time. It doesn't matter. Scott says, I like to go out on Fridays, so for me, I'm not home earlier. Sometimes I am late to Chef Pete's show. Yeah, we notice you're not bringing food. What is up with that, right? And Peter says, segues are fun. Yes, you can just kind of slide from one into the other. But it doesn't give anybody a chance to really, you know, if they've been sitting for an hour, I know when I've been sitting for an hour, I need to get up and go do something. get something to eat or drink or go to the bathroom or whatever. And so sometimes you need about a 10 or 15 minute break in between. And Lewis says, Peter, you are too kind. Love you so much. Anything works. I agree, Lewis. Yeah, anything works. It's, you know, I'm pretty open, pretty easy. Lewis says, I do like when you join Peter's slides. Very nice. I haven't joined Peter's in a long time. Long time. I think it's been a year and a half. Yeah, it has been a long time. I am very curious about Jim Mundy, though. I would love to see Jim on Peter's show. And Peter says, I have to go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because when after he goes off, he has to shut everything down. So he didn't get that break that everybody else did. So, you know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 7, maybe. Except that would mess Scott up. So I don't know. We'll see. So back to the bags, I guess. Let's go to this one. The PGY Tech doesn't have the hidey holes, all the secret compartments that the Vanguard has, but it will hold a 16-inch MacBook plus a tablet. Okay, so it does have, because just the footprint of the bag is bigger. It is also a lot heavier. Like if you pick it up, I thought this thing, it has light in the name. It's supposed to be light. Okay, it's not like stupid heavy, but it's empty. I think if you filled it up with gear, you could get some weight in this bag. This bag is stupid light. Okay, this is like without any gear in it. I think it comes in like at 2 pounds, if that. I mean, this thing is really, really light. This does not have the side access. And if you remember, I got the 46 in this bag also, and I just keep going back to the 42. I like it, I think. But because this doesn't have side access, you can put a tripod and like a water bottle or a what do you call those? It's like a stainless steel water bottle. But this one has all kinds of hidey holes, and I kind of like that. So, like, it's got one on the front here. I keep my microphone stuff in here. It's got a hidey hole up here that I keep the rain thing. Now, that is another thing. The PGY Tech does not come with a rain cover because it is weather resistant. So, you know, there's that. But, and I thought, yeah, I thought there was one more on here somewhere. I don't guess there is. But, and then this whole thing opens and you can put like snacks or, you know, whatever you want up there. So, I don't know which one I like better, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Vanguard. This one got really, really good reviews. Everybody really seems to like it. So maybe I'm just weird, which, okay, we all know that. That's not a thing. But I like having the pockets on both sides. I don't use the side access. And that side access, I wish I had my ADD handy. That side access is just, it's huge. My poor little you could probably get 1, 2, 3 M6s in there. It's so big. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still undecided, but I'm still leaning towards the Vanguard. Don't know what you guys think. Does anybody have a PGY Tech bag? And if you do you like it? Lewis says, haha, I was sad. I took a nap after Peter's stream waiting for you, then I didn't see the button. I thought that I missed your video. I thought I didn't wake up. No, what is it called? Unlisted. Yes. I have been testing the microphone and the sound so much that, and I do that unlisted, and so I still had it on unlisted, and I'm just talking away to myself, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, very, very embarrassing. But, you know, it happens. Susan, can't be any heavier than carrying 2 backpacks into your traveling destination, looking a pack mule like you did in Florida. Okay, so there's destination bags, and then there's everyday carries, and then there's hiking backpacks. And I did not realize that at the time, and so I was using my very first original Canon backpack, which is a everyday carry. That is not a destination bag. So now that I know, I will be more travel friendly. Yeah. Kevin, hey buddy. I love my bag, which is one of those for traveling to my girlfriend's house. Ha! Having 2 pockets is huge. Too much for my water is huge. 2 is huge. Huge too, also, for how much water I carry. Right? If you're out hiking, you really, I think we carry 3 or 4. We put some inside the bag too, because Grant likes to drink a lot. So when we're out kayaking and stuff, he'll drink 4 or 5 bottles of water to my 1. So yes. And I think Lewis has finally given up the ghost. Thank you, Sly. Bless you always, and good night, everyone. Yeah, I think, well, aren't you on the West Coast? So isn't it only like not even 10 o'clock there? I don't know. I don't know what time zone you're in, Lewis. And Susan says, that's where you put your snake and a Dr. Pepper. Snake? No, thank you. Kevin, I do. The Vanguard is nice, but it comes down to preference. Their bag quality is great. They are. I have a Vanguard hiking backpack as well, and it has a little bit wider straps. So when I go hiking, guess who's going to be wearing that one? Three guesses, and the first 2 don't count. Lewis, just wanted to say hi. I hope you're doing well, everyone. And Kevin says, I use mine for everyday carry. Yes, I got the larger version of this, which, you know, Kevin, I'm not very big. So this for me is the perfect size. And I can get, because I trimmed down to the M cameras, I can get more cameras in there and still have all the functionality that I want. So, snacks, my bad. Okay. Okay, so to reread that, that's where you put your snacks and a Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew. Thank you very much. Code Red. Yes, so that makes so much more sense now. Thank you. I am not a snake connector. Peter's laughing. And Lewis says, I'm in the good night time zone. So I tried vlogging like you said, but I didn't edit. Okay. You know, some people don't edit a lot. Okay. I have been accused of editing out my personality. I edit so much. So, yeah, Carlos threw down the gauntlet and he's not even here tonight. Right? And I think out of you, me, and Carlos, I think I'm the only one that put anything up. So, shame on you. Do you need to edit very much? Because what I saw, Lewis, it looked great. So just put stuff up, buddy. And Scott says, now I want a Dr. Pepper. Yeah, right? I drank Dr. Pepper for years and years and years, and then I guess when they came out with the Code Red Mountain Dew, that's kind of my drink of choice now, is, what is it, Peter calls it, liquid candy or something like that. Yeah, I don't drink a lot of them, but I actually, lately, I've gotten hooked on these Monsters, and I know my children are probably rolling on the floor laughing right now, but I had never been exposed to them before, so I didn't know what they were like. So I believe it's some kind of a punch, and it tastes like the Kool-Aid Tropical Punch. It's absolutely delicious, but it's Monster Juice Pacific Punch, I think, is what it's called. It's in a cool looking can, and yeah, that's I've gotten kind of hooked on those. Don't tell anybody. Lewis says, I didn't edit and I didn't upload, but I did vlog again. Good. That's a first step, buddy. So now you've got that footage, and now you can, this week, you can edit and upload. Yes, right? I will be putting out a video on the Onemo Lite. So I figured that I would kind of do like a, whatever I do Friday night, I will try to make a full-fledged video of that following week. So that's kind of my brain, where my brain's going. You win, Sly. Well, so Carlos just came in, so let's find out if I win. Just got back from Houston's and had your favorite dish, Sly. Steak. Yes. I love a good steak. So, Carlos, we were just talking about you, and you kind of threw down the gauntlet last week about everybody putting out a video this week, and I did. It may have been in the wee hours of the morning, but I did. And Lewis recorded a vlog, but he didn't get to edit and put it up. So, did you happen to record one that we just haven't seen? Because I looked and I didn't see one. So Lewis is saying that I win the competition because nobody else put one up. So Peter says, oh, I was supposed to say Carlos will be late. Thanks, Peter. Yeah. I picked up on that one real quick. And Lewis says, maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I'll send you the link. Cool. I'd love to see it. I love your videos. You're a very talented young man. So, and Carlos says, I'm going to record using my iPhone tomorrow using Film Mic Pro. Cool. I don't know what is it Film Mic or Filmic? Filmic Pro. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. But yeah, and the iPhone, the microphone in the iPhone is not a bad mic. I mean, even if you're holding it on a selfie stick, you still come through really loud and clear. It's just if you were to set the camera down and get very far off is when you lose it. So you'll have to fill me in on what Filmic or Film Mic. I'm not sure which one that is. Lewis says it might never see the light of day. What? Why? You know, one of the questions you asked me was something about if I care about something or what have you. As you get older, Lewis, there are so many people on YouTube making bad videos, like really bad videos that you're drawn to, but you're just, the whole time you're watching it, you're like, I can't believe I'm watching this. And so even if it's bad, who cares? Put it out there. I promise you'll get somebody to watch it. Because every one of those bad videos that I've watched has had views. So it doesn't seem to matter. Carlos says, only day off is tomorrow, so look for my vlog, no editing challenge. I didn't edit the microphone one very much. that was probably one of the quickest videos I've shot and then put up. There's not a lot of editing in it, so sometimes you don't have to. And Lewis says, thank you, Sly, and I appreciate your kindness and support. Always, always, buddy. You have been with me since the very beginning, and in fact, I think way, way back, you and I were involved in a challenge to see who could put the first video up. You won by a landslide, but I think that's what started, and that's been a long time ago. That's probably been 2 years ago. So thank you for your support, because you know, I do think about, is this something that Lewis would be interested in? Like the iPhone mic thing. That's not really something that people my age would use very much, but you younger people, yeah. So I do things with you in mind. I also did the Canon G7X Mark III versus the Sony ZV-1 with you in mind, because you know, they're both great cameras. The video turned out horribly, and it has gotten so many views. You know, I'm just like, that's what I'm talking about. People will watch anything. So I went ahead and put it up, even though it was a horribly shot video. The ADD was focusing on something behind me. I didn't have the M6s yet, and so I wasn't even in focus. I was in a pavilion type thing, and it was really bright outside, so the camera was having a really hard time picking up between the light and the dark. So it was probably one of my worst videos, and people have watched it. I think it's like number 5 or 6 or something. So just put it out there. Just put it out there. Lewis says, humbled by your belief in me, thank you for giving me courage and wisdom, and Peter as well. Yes, yes, Peter is a great mentor. Carlos says, Filmic is a great tool for. Could you put that out phonetically, please? Because I'm having an issue with Filmic or Filmic. Yeah, I don't know. Great tool for iPhone video, great stabilization software, and camera settings. I want to challenge myself to just use my iPhone for vlogging. Okay. I haven't. I'm trying to think. Number one, I don't use my phone for a camera. And it was sitting on my, my truck has a topper, what do they call it, a bed cover. And so it was sitting on oh, Carlos, if you're gonna use your iPhone, this is the coolest thing ever. It's called a chaser, and I don't think it was very expensive, but you connect it to your iPhone or your Android or whatever phone you have, and it's an app. And when you turn this on, it pairs to the phone, and then you put the phone on here, and you can turn this. You can turn this to go the other way too, if you want to do verticals. But and you can move it up and forward and back to get. If you're sitting down, you want it tilted back. If it's above you, you want it tilted forward a little bit. But as you move, it tracks you. So you can like set the phone down, and you can just kind of move, and this thing will track your movements. It is the coolest thing ever. I don't think it was very expensive. My daughter actually got this for me, and I honestly don't know where she got it, but it is called Chaser, and the app is the same thing. It says Chaser. So coolest thing ever if you're going to shoot with an iPhone, and it gives it stability. And it moves really smooth. It looks really good. I probably should make a video with the iPhone. I just never, ever, ever think of my iPhone as a camera. I need to readjust my thinking. And Carlos says, yep, I love my iPhone external deity mic. Oh, I didn't even know Deity made one for the iPhone. Yeah, my Deity doesn't have a lightning connector. So it does come with two. It comes with a 3.5mm TRRS or TRSS, or however you say it, the 3 stripes, and then it comes with the C connector, but it doesn't come with a lightning connector, so that's cool. I didn't know they made one for iPhones. And Peter says Filmic. Okay. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but okay, Filmic. I can say that. Wow, Sly, I knew you were speaking my language with those iPhone videos and the pocket cameras. Yes. Both of these, the Sony has actually been giving me the most problems. I don't think that's very clear. I mean, I guess it is. It looks clearer now than it has in the past. And then the G7, you know, everybody says it has focus issues. Since they updated the firmware, I don't think it has focus issues anymore. And both of those are, man, they're just so easy to carry. You can just slide them in your pocket, and like both of those you could slide in the front pocket of your jeans if your jeans weren't exceptionally tight. They're that small. They're probably just a smidge bigger than a deck of cards. So they're not very big at all. And I believe the G9 is even smaller, and it's cheaper. But I don't have one, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. Let's see. Carlos says, not Mike sounds like Film Mike. Not Mike, not Mick. Sounds like Film Mike. Okay, Film Mike. I don't know. That film thingy. And Lewis says, maybe I'm afraid to break my no upload streak. Yeah, well, I think the video I put up today was the first one I had done in 2 months, maybe. So shame on me. You know, I get to doing the live streams and neglect the videos. So yeah, I need to get better about that. So hold my feet to the fire. My goal is 1 video a week for now. I may up it to 2, but right now it's just get out 1 video a week and 1 live stream. So you can hold my feet to the fire, Lewis. Lewis says, I'll have to rethink my life now because of you. Thanks. just get that cell phone and just put it out. Like when you're cooking, this thing, Lewis, if Brett, if you're still on here, how much did you pay for this? I can't imagine it was that expensive. But you could sit this on your kitchen counter, and man, you got a camera to record your cooking right there. Peter, it's probably not the quality that you would want, but you could move around and it would track you. So that is kind of cool. Where did I go? There I am. Carlos says, that's awesome, Sly. We'll check that out. Going to walk to the park early in the morning with my selfie stick. Cool. You know, it seems like every selfie stick, or like the one that I like, and I just took it off the desk, dadgummit, I like the, it's called a Manfrotto Pixie, and it just fits my hand really good, and I have short arms, so when everybody else can use a 16mm lens to vlog with, not me. I have to use like a 12 because my arms are short. So, you know, it just is what it is. A lot of, I think, camera gear and what have you is based on someone who is 5'10" to 6 feet. Okay, I've got some a channel that I love, Sold Out Media, and they review all kinds of tech stuff, and it's a lady called Amanda that does it, and her sidekick is Linus. I think he pronounces it Linus, but I'm not sure. But anyway, he's huge. Like, the guy's got to be, I mean, he towers over Amanda. So either she's really short or he's really tall. Because there's like, and the computer just kicked off. Oh, that is another thing. I don't know if you guys could hear the fan. Okay, so it's not showing it. So I downloaded that crisp audio to take away, because like tonight I had the computer just shut off. I've got the heater going. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I did download the crisp audio, but it is not showing that it's working. So apparently I don't have that going either. So it's all good. When I tested everything this afternoon, everything worked great, and then it blew up, and you know, it's all good. 1 video per week and 1 live stream sounds impossible. Well, the live streams are easy. Okay, everything is already set up. I just come in and turn everything on. So that's the easy part. It's the videos, and you can't edit live streams. So it's the videos. You have to shoot the video and then edit it and then upload it. That takes a lot more time. I don't seem to be short of ideas. I just seem to be always doing something else. And so I need to reprioritize the things that I do and make time every week just to record and edit and upload a video. So that is kind of, I'm not going to say it's a New Year's resolution, maybe it's a Lent resolution. I don't know. Didn't know there were resolutions for Lent, but you know, it's all good. Lewis says, we do not hear anything in the background. Good. Do you hear the music? There is music playing. So, Lewis, you put out a video where you set up the music and you set up some different scenes. Now, because the computer sees the A10 Mini as one camera, I can't do all the different scenes like you do. But I did put in the background music, and you notice my nice pretty little border. I went with blue this week. Blue hoodie, blue background. So, you know, there's a Jungle Book song that, you know, it's an orangutan, and he's like, I want to be like you. Yeah, that's, I want to be like you. Lewis says, that's why you're the master sly. No, I just did 7 minutes tonight with Unlisted. Okay. Yeah, I'm a master. Oh, thank you so much for everything, and thank you for inspiring me to be happy. You're the best. Always be happy. Okay. You only get one. You can't go back and do retakes, so you only get one shot at this life. And if you're not happy, what's the point, right? So always be happy. You can find happiness in even the smallest things. You don't have to spend a lot of money to be happy. So always be happy, Lewis. Hey, buddy, ATA the best. How's it going? Well, we were off to a rocky start. I went unlisted for like 7 or 8 minutes. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. Thanks for coming in, bud. Carlos has been publishing all of my content to Instagram stories, okay, and Reels lately. Building my Instagram community. Carlos, you know, I don't know how to do that. I did have a friend that like signed me up on Instagram, and I get notifications, but I don't know how to upload or anything like that. So going live every week with my partner, that's why I've been neglecting my YouTube channel. Okay, I need to figure this out. Because I really do like to watch your videos, Carlos. So, what is your Instagram? Are you motivated? Mine's on Instagram. I will look for you. And Lewis says you're right. Got to prioritize your time wisely. Yeah, that's not something I'm the best at. I usually just fly by the seat of my pants and go where I go. But yeah, I'm really making an effort to prioritize. And Lewis says the music is playing. Good, cool, awesome. Got that right. Yeah, it's a work in progress. But you know, oh, you did hear the train. Okay, so So I downloaded the crisp thing, and I've got a K on the top of my bar, but when I click on it, it says that I cannot turn it on until the microphone is used, and I'm using the microphone, so I don't know why it's not happy with me. It was working this afternoon, and it apparently is not working now. So, you know, that's okay. And Randy says, I can hear the train. Yeah, you know, that train is like 2 miles away. It's amazing how loud they. Can you imagine living right by the train tracks? I think that would really bother me. And Peter says, I've done the unlisted move once a year for the last 2 years. I'm still due this year. Yeah. I mean, it happens, you know. It just, if I didn't forget to turn something on, you know, it wouldn't be Friday night, right? And Lewis says, thank you, Sly. I adore you so much. You deserve all the love. Thank you so much. And I do. I really do. I feel completely loved. So it's all good. She lives on the other side of the tracks. Thanks, Peter. Well, he didn't say the wrong side of the tracks. So maybe I live on the right side of the tracks? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway. Well, guys, I think we made it through another Friday night. Thank you all so much for coming in. I hugely appreciate your all support. It means the world to me. It honestly does. And we'll try it again next week. Now, look for the announcement. I'll try to post it at like an hour before I go live, but I think I'm going to try the 7 o'clock, which would be 8 o'clock in Florida and 5 o'clock in California. And we'll see if that fits. But if for some reason, if I don't get around early enough, then it'll still be at 11. But I'm going to shoot for 7, and we'll just see what happens with that. So thank you guys for coming in. And Peter's saying good night, John Boy. Good night, y'all. He's getting there. We're going to make an Okie out of him yet. So see you guys next week. Good night.